Hey, so this is Nate Woods with Peachtree Coaching Group. I'm here with David Harbin of Harbinger Marketing. So David, tell me a little bit about what you do and for how long you've been doing it.
Yeah, Harbinger Marketing is an outsourced marketing company. And basically the premise or the value behind it is that most businesses that are that would be classified as a small, medium-sized business, they get to a point in their growth where they think, hey, it would be nice to have someone handle my marketing. And usually they think, well, let me hire someone to do that. But the problem is that one person, no matter how good they are at marketing, can't do all that it takes to win that marketing. And especially in today's age, no one person is good at SEO, graphic design, social media, marketing strategy, content writing, video, and the list goes on and on. And so, most of the time, if they hire a marketing director, they've barely scratched the surface of actually what they need to execute a real marketing strategy that produces real return on their investment. So Harbinger Marketing basically partners with these businesses and allows them to have a marketing director. Our marketing directors literally become the marketing directors for these companies that are our partners. They do everything from negotiating ad deals, building the strategies, building the budgets, and basically using our team of designers, developers, content writers, etc., to then execute those strategies. And then making that marketing and that return on investment very tangible. One thing that's unique about Harbinger is that we're able to develop leads for our prospects in a way that we can actually quantify exactly how much it takes for your client acquisition cost. Most businesses, if they were told, hey, you have to generate another 50 leads this month, most of those businesses would not know how to do that if they had to. And we give those business owners the ability to know how to do that using our team as their marketing department. And we've been doing that now for about 6 years. And we're a team of roughly 40 located in Tyrone, Georgia.
Awesome. So you touched on it a little bit there, but who's the ideal customer for your business?
Yeah, our ideal customer is a small business. So I would say our average client is between 5 and 20 million in revenue. And basically what a good client looks like for us is one that is growth oriented. That's the most important thing for us. We really look for businesses that we can align with from a value perspective. Harbinger's mission is to be a catalyst for growth for the businesses we serve, because we believe that thriving businesses foster thriving individuals. And so for us, because it truly is a partnership, we want to find businesses who look at their mission, at least in a similar fashion, that want to see that their businesses and their products and their offerings impact people positively, and especially impact employees in a positive way, and ones that really want to grow. And then we find ourselves often working in the service business space and the medical space. So we have a lot of great case studies with HVAC companies and electric companies and plumbers, but then we also have great case studies with dental practices and medical aesthetics practices. But at the same time, we also have some really niche clients. Like we have a commercial print company, we have a electrical contracting company that does major renovations, and then we have like a violin shop. So they're kind of all over the board. But the one common thing they have is that they all want to grow.
Perfect. So we're kind of getting through the end of COVID now. Everyone's putting that in the rearview mirror. Talk about some changes that you may have made during COVID that have been very beneficial that you plan on sticking with moving forward.
We actually really didn't make very many changes at all. It was kind of a weird, like, I feel like COVID's been over a long time ago. So like, honestly, our COVID policy from day one was do whatever you're comfortable with. That's like our employee policy. I think we were out of the office for a grand total of 3 weeks. And then pretty much everyone came back and nothing changed. So I know like COVID has been a big impact for a lot of businesses, but most of our clients, their businesses continue to grow and thrive, with the exception of some of the dental and medical clients we have. Everyone else stayed open and is working away. And we've just kind of kind of continued business as usual. So it's kind of a non-answer, but we really haven't changed much.
Yeah, yeah. So I know with marketing, sometimes you have a lot of remote workers or folks that don't work in the office. You guys are a little unique. You do have a lot of people that come to the office there. Do you find that's more beneficial to foster creativity or teamwork, or what do you see as the benefit to that?
Yeah, I've done a lot of thinking and reading about this. Certainly, there are some very strong arguments for having a remote workforce. However, one thing that's been really important to me from the very beginning of building this business is helping people thrive in their work life. We spend a lot of time at work. I think the calculation is something like 9 total years of our life is spent doing work, and I feel like unfortunately, in many instances for team members and in certain businesses, it's not very fulfilling, and they don't have community or culture, and I think it makes it empty. And I've just found it really difficult to build community and connection virtually.
Yeah.
For us, company culture is really important. Culture is shared experiences, shared beliefs, and shared values. And usually over a remote call, you're kind of just going to the business, right? It doesn't allow for a lot of that connection and that community that's fostered as a result of that. So that's really the primary reason why we've committed really to not being a virtual workforce. Now we do have several virtual employees, but for the most part, out of 40 of us, 33, 34 are on site here. And then obviously in marketing, it is a creative field. It does require a lot of collaboration. If one person had to brainstorm a marketing strategy, it would probably be terrible. So bouncing ideas off of each other is very valuable and often very difficult to do over a Zoom call.
Yeah, yeah. That's great feedback for anyone that's considering moving to a more virtual model versus in person, and kind of the benefits of both. But so what are some of the biggest things that you've learned since you've been in business for yourself?
I think the number one thing that I've learned is it's all about the people that you get on your team. Scaling a business all comes down to the reality that you cannot do it all. And very early on in this business, when I was the person doing all the different things for my client, it started out as website and graphic design and social media, and I was able to do these things, dangerously, but not actually well. And it started when I came to the understanding that, hey, I'm not good at X, Y, and Z, and I need someone to come in that is better at that than me and equip them to do their best work. And so I think that the biggest thing that I've learned is that if you can have team members and you can learn what they're good at, what brings them life, what fulfills them, and then put them in a role where they can really utilize those unique giftings and skill sets, doing that, I think, one, gives us a great impact. And if our mission is to help people thrive, I think people doing what they're gifted at doing helps people thrive tremendously. But then secondly, the quality of your work and the value that we can bring to our clients goes up. And so I think in every situation, in every instance, thinking through the challenges in the business and how we solve those challenges, it was always solved by a person. A person who was able to bring their unique gifting and skill sets. And I never hire someone who I don't think knows something that I don't know. If they don't have something to bring to the table that I feel like, man, I'm missing that, and then I wouldn't hire them. But every team member that I hire, they have a unique gift, a unique perspective, a unique skill set that we have found the perfect place for them to leverage that. And I think that's been the number one thing I've learned over the last 5-6 years, is just keep finding the best people to do the best work and put them in the position so that they can thrive.
Yeah. Awesome. So when you're thinking back over personal and professional life, who's been the best coach or mentor that you've ever had, and why?
I would have to say my parents. I was really blessed to grow up in a home uh, where they taught me a principle, which was if you don't work, you don't eat. You know, they taught me principles of going the extra mile. Um, Really, the principles of capitalism, which are around value given, value received. My granddad was a business owner. My father's a business owner, and just being able to see how they carry themselves with one con- continually thinking about value, because the marketplace will tell you very quickly if you're bringing value or not, because there's dollars behind it. And my parents, and especially my father, teaching me that there's you have to deliver the value because that's the right thing to do. That's having integrity. And then that integrity piece carries into all your decisions about how you treat your people, how you treat your clients, how you develop culture. Doing the right thing no matter what, I think, is the number one thing that my parents as mentors have taught me. And I think that it's probably the thing that makes our business what it is, the culture, and also sets us apart from a lot of marketing agencies. I think I tell people that I think that only lawyers have a worse time of it than marketing agencies in terms of a predisposition towards negative emotion.
Sure.
So yeah, I'd have to say my father has been a key part of helping me as I've developed this business.
Awesome. Awesome. So obviously to be able to scale like you guys have, you have to have a keen eye for looking toward the future. So what do you think the future looks like for your business, and any main challenges that you think you may face moving forward?
Yeah, I feel like the future right now, I don't really see major roadblocks standing in our way where it's like, hey, we're going to hit a point where we can't grow. Thankfully, our clients are everywhere. You know, we're not going after the Fortune 100 companies, Fortune 500 companies. We want the small businesses that are doing 5, 10, $15 million, and those businesses are everywhere. And we know we can help them. We have tangible proof that we can help them. So the customers are there. The talent seems to be there. We've been continually blessed to find amazing talent every time we make a hire. I still sometimes think how did we find this person again? But I'd say the main challenges is just being able to continually keep bringing in the right types of folks who share our culture and our vision. But thankfully, my very first team member, James, is now our director of culture, and his job is to make sure that the cultural values that we have are implemented, that they're felt by our clients and our products and services that we offer, and then they're also felt by our team members. That our mission statement, our vision, our core values are not just things that were brought up during the onboarding of a new team member, but that each and every week these team members feel it. And so I'd say that just it's going to be a challenge to always continue to keep that at the forefront of our minds, to keep what has made us successful, continually making that investment.
Awesome. Awesome. So what inspires you both in business and personally today?
What inspires me, I think, is my personal belief that I'm going to die. I know that sounds a little morbid, but what I really mean by that is this idea that my life right now is a tiny fraction of all of eternity. And whatever someone may believe about what happens after death, one thing is for certain: we're dead a lot longer than we're alive.
Sure.
And so when I think about that reality, and I think about the impact that I want to have on this world, and how I want to leave the friends and families and team members that I get to interact with, that inspires me to be better, to work harder, to be more diligent, and really, at the end of the day, to be a good steward of what's been entrusted to me. Because a lot of amazing people, a lot of amazing talent has been entrusted to me, and I just want to steward it well and lead it well.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So kind of wrapping everything up, is there anything specific you want anyone viewing this video to know about Harbinger, and what is the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I would say if you find yourself as a business who you want to grow and you're just trying to figure out how, you're probably a business owner who's made investments into marketing in the past, but for some reason you've always felt like maybe it hasn't worked or hasn't paid a really good return on investment, or maybe you're considering hiring a marketing director, but you wouldn't really know how to write a job description. Um, Harbinger would be at least a good company to talk to, and we would have an initial call with you to basically evaluate and see if there's a good relationship between uh, you know what your goals are and what Harbinger provides. And if we can help you, we'd love to. I think, does that answer your question
Yeah, absolutely. So
more or
if
less?
somebody finds that they want to talk to you, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
Gotcha. Yeah, the best way is probably to just go to harbingermarketing.com, and there's a request consultation form there on the website, and just shoot us your information, and one of our team members will reach out.
All right, awesome. Hey, David, I really appreciate your time, and thanks for meeting with me here and doing the interview.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you, Nate.